That everyone in the social media world. Once again, I am Mr. The Soul of a Man, 502 therefore, aka the man Everest, coming at you live today. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about to be spiritually led or following your spirit. And that is also going in like trusting your intuition, you know. Yeah, there you go. So somebody told me a story today, man, and they were like, they were going to work downtown, and it's like a lot of some bad homeless situation down there. And so like a lot of homeless people are mentally ill. Well, some are mentally ill. So anyway, so they were saying that they were sitting down and something in their spirit told them to get up and move because there was a lady right after that, she was saying all of these weird things and blah 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 blah. And so they got up and they moved. And so to get right into this, man, to be led by your spirit. That is very, very, very important. Trusting your like trusting the inner parts of yourself, your divine GPS, your to be spiritually led, to be spiritually fed, to get you out of crazy situations, because it said that, man, what if a lot of people trusted their spirit, and what if a lot of people trusted their spiritually led divine intervention, and they wouldn't, possibly not getting themselves in a lot of crazy mixed up uh situationships out there, going down the wrong street, the job, the people around you, and so on and so forth, man. And that's just so important, because sometimes you will hear it and you will just like it's almost like you'll second guess it because you're not used to um listening to it. You're really not used to it. Be it your higher self, the voice of God. And I think I talked about this before, but trust in your gut, man. Trust in your your inner spirit is very, very important. If it's one of your angel guys telling you to get out of there or not to go this way or whatever, whatever, you know, um, that's very important, man. To really listen to. It's almost like saying it's like that old. It's almost like the old saying. It's like it goes without saying. You know, and that's very interesting. It's like that. It's like that voice of the voiceless. Hey, what's going on, Miss MJ? How are you? Hope you had a great work day and all of that good stuff. So it's like being the it's almost like being mm, it's almost like being the voice of the voiceless, man. Listening to that voice that's inside of you. That no, not on IG today. I'm on Twitter though. I started using the Twitter Spaces. It's Soul of a Man 504 on Twitter if you want to follow me on there, folks. So today I'm on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. So, but yeah, let's see. I'm trying to mm, mm, and tweet. Cool. So I'm trying to, getting used to Twitter and all that good stuff. But yeah, following that voice, man. It's almost like not listening to it. It's almost like leaving somewhere empty-handed. And you think back and it's like, oh man, if it's almost like that saying of it's almost like instantaneous knowledge in a sense. Like when you know better, you do better. Well, that anyway, that's the thought, right? When you know better, you do better. But sometimes it's not always like that. Sometimes, we want something so bad. Maybe that seat was comfortable or whatever. I don't know. That person looked good, or but you normally go one way and something said don't go that other way, and you end up going that way and end up getting in an accident or something like that. You know what I mean? So a lot of people always say, man, if I would have only followed my first mind. Yeah, very, very true. Believe me, if I would have followed my first mind, I mean, not to say that, my life is, you know, um, not to say that life is just totally horrible, but I mean, like years ago, I would have, moved and probably would have been in a different city, different situation. You never know. But, it's important to, um, to be fed and to be led by the spirit. Trust your own instincts, man. That's very, very, very important, and not to shut that voice down. Not to just be like, not to like, that is your inside voice for a reason. It's telling you something, and so many people second guess it. Like, say like me, for instance. Today I was thinking about social media and being live, and how I've been doing it consistently since in Decemberish, and how I've been doing it a whole lot more. But I was just thinking, like, man, is this really helping me out, and a greater good in a positive sense? Like, is this really helping anybody else out there? Like, are people, really listening? Like, if I just stop doing this and, just focused on, what a lot of other people focus on, just going to work, going home, pay bills, and living your life and eventually dying, would it matter? You know what I mean? Then, I really, I had to think that, um, when you're predicted to win, or sometimes you have to trust your inner self, your inner guide, your higher self, your um 'cause it's so easy to just want to, like, it's so easy to like think of so much. I know we live in such a negative world, and it's so easy to just want to throw in the towel, because you uh you peek over the social media fence, and you see, people doing the goofiest of things, getting all of this, attention and whatever and whatever. And but it's like to live in the world, but not to be of the world. So the journey, when your path is righteous, that the journey is going to be a little different, and that's that's what it, but the important thing is you gotta keep moving, and along the way, you're gonna meet some new people, you're gonna figure some things out. That's the 444. I need to look that up. But you're going things are going to be uniquely different for you, but the interesting thing is like, figuring it out along the way, along that path, and along that journey, and knowing that you have that favor. Yes, even I want to just like, sometimes just some days I don't feel like it, so I just don't, like today. Maybe you get up and you go to work and you're like, Lord, I did not feel like being here today. When I don't know how many ever years or months you've been there, you were so excited, the new job and the career, but now you're kind of over it. You know what I mean? And I had, and I had that, I had that thought today, man. I was like, what if I just stop doing this? Like for real. But I pushed through the day. I continue, my day is not over. I still have other things to do. I think for me it's just categorically just staying busy, man, staying focused, um, and uh not getting caught up in my mind. I said you're gonna try some things are gonna work, some things are not. But the important thing is to continue to move and continue to just continue to trust that process, or to continue to trust that you're on the right path, that you're on the righteous path. That okay, cool. So like now my left ear is buzzing. So it's interesting, man. It's very interesting. It's almost like them saying you can't quit because we will not let you quit. There is something indefinite out there for you, and even though sometimes you may think you're like just rattling off whatever, as a crazy, I'm not gonna use that word, but as somebody, I was watching this TV show yesterday. It was on Showtime. It's The Man That Fell from the Sky or something. It was basically about this guy who he's an alien from another planet, and so basically his world died or something. So he fell to Earth, and interestingly enough, he was he ended up taking the form of of a black man. So and he just kept saying, he has this mission. He just kept saying something about the mission. He had to get somewhere. I don't want to give the whole, it was just episode one, but it looked fascinating. And when I was watching it, I was like all in it. I felt such a way about it because I was like, man, this so looks like me right now. Like I feel like sometimes you feel like an alien in this world. You do. Because you don't you don't fit in everywhere. A lot of places you do, but you just naturally don't fit in everywhere. And you're still looking largely for that tribe. You're still on that journey, no matter your age and all of that stuff, or your background, but just something in you. Yeah, it's just yeah, that's true. Yeah, hang in there, don't lose your goal. Yeah, I don't know. I just had that thought earlier, but I had a pretty good day. But um but yeah, it was just something about in this world about just being different, man. It's um it is joyful, it is a lot of different things, but everybody's not going to get you, like these so-called you wish that everybody could see um how amazing you are and how passionate you are about things, and your amazing skill set in one or different areas. But that's the thing, figuring it out. So the guy in the show, he didn't, he had to learn like the language, English, and he had to, it's almost like he had to learn how to become human. And that was the major part about it. And it's like, it's interesting though. It's interesting, the journey. And sometimes we listen, sometimes we don't, trying to trying to stay focused, and trying to always have just an amazing mindset, man. Like for real, like like him, like there's just something else out there. I don't know. Maybe there are certain parts of my life that I am extremely happy, but this thing is just something that just I just have to I just have to do it. It's just something that pushes me to just keep going. Can't really explain it. It's beyond me. I can honestly tell you that it is just beyond me. And maybe you're one of those people. Maybe you're like, man, there's just you're just different. People don't get you. I get it. They try to label you or put this on you, and that's why you can feel things, you can sense things, and it's like the world will label you with that C word. You know what I mean? And it's not like that, because you meet people, you meet other beings like yourself, you know, and who have evolved to points where they're like, man, I get it. I truly, truly, I truly understand. And when that happens, that is a beautiful thing. So that's why I say, to be spiritually led or follow the spirit, you know, and just rejoice, just to, because I just can't follow the crowd. I'm not a person where I can just, like, okay, I'm gonna just do this and be settled in life. And like some people, they wanted a family and marriage and kids, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with that stuff. You just like, I'm one of those. I want to travel the world. I like my freedom. I don't mind being in a relationship. I don't mind it at all. But the other things, I cannot, like. I can't give that up. I cannot give my freedom up, my freedom of mind, my freedom of sense, my freedom of just knowing who I am, you know, in this world, and just continuing to push forward, man. Is it easy day to day? Nah, but hey, I'm proud of the work that I've done, and I am going to continue. Maybe I'll look back at this video, a year or a few months from now, and be like, man, I'm glad I did not stop. 'Cause boy, man, that would have ended badly. So I just continue to push forward, man. And I want you to do the same, and I just want you to trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, to be led by something greater than yourself. Um, and to some extent, you have some control, some things you don't have control over. That's just how it goes. But you know, but don't be blind to the facts. Just saying it, just putting it out there, man. So yeah. But I just feel like that's just very. I know that that's important. Not feel, but I know that's important. Um, just no. Greater people than me have walked this earth, and people have said the same thing, maybe in their own way. They had to follow their journey, and lead people and all of that good stuff. So you never quite know where you're gonna end up and all of that good stuff. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have for today, folks. So don't forget to be led to be spiritually led. Check out um check out one of our amazing books. You can go to www.soulofaman504.com, or go to amazon.com under Damon Alvarez and buy one of the books and all of that good stuff, man. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward. Uh, yeah, I could, I as a writer and all of that good stuff, and as a creative, I know how powerful words are, so I try not to put that over me or anybody else. Try to be aware of what I say, and I don't just, I don't just like to spout nonsense out. Seriously, I don't. That's why I don't like to get in conversations with people who debate or argue. And they, whatever. But anyway, But yeah, I understand. I totally get it, man. You know how it is. Something is wrong with you when you don't necessarily, when you're a triangle trying to fit into like a square shape or a round shape, or you're an oblong trying to get into a rectangle. It's just people try to fit you to their little molds, and sometimes they're just not going to get it. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, baby. That's what it is, baby. But hey, much love, folks. You guys have an amazing rest of the day. As always, I am out this piece. If you guys would like to book me for any speaking engagements, or if you would like to book your spiritual consultations, life consultations, if you would like to buy one of my books, please inbox me, or hit me up wherever you are on social media. But as always, folks, I am out this piece. So, peace. Oh.